How many tattoos do you think you have?
I tried to count, and it's over like 135. My mother is very proud of that.
Hey, it's your girl, Emily Curl, and today we're hanging out with rising country music singer and songwriter Morgan Wade. Morgan, thank you for being here. How are you?
Thanks for having me. Yeah, I'm doing well.
Good. Now, we were kind of just talking before our camera started rolling, but take me back to the beginning. You know, you're in Virginia now. When did you first realize that you wanted to pursue country music and get involved in the country music scene?
Yeah, so since a little kid, I've been songwriting, and it was just something that I always did for myself. I never thought that I would make a career out of it. I just knew that I enjoyed it. And when I was about 19, my freshman year of college, I went through a breakup, and I got on Craigslist and found a band to rehearse with. And so me and two other girls my age that were about the same height as me, like 5'2", went to this house in the kind of rough part of town and went down in the basement and practiced with these guys. And that's how I formed a band.
A Craigslist band. I've never heard of that before.
I do not recommend it for anybody. Thank goodness. These guys were, good guys. And one of them was like a college professor. And so it turned out to be like super normal, but that was the beginning of my musical career. And after that, I started playing out, and here we are.
Do you still hang out with the Craigslist band?
I'm still friends with one of those guys. Yeah, I saw him not long ago, and the rest of them, I'm not sure what they're up to, but they were all stellar guys.
Yeah, that's awesome. And now from there, how did it transpire to where you are making music full time, fully pursuing this career? What did that look like for you?
I kind of made that jump 2 years ago. I was working a job, tax reassessment, and playing shows on the weekends. And it got to the point where it was like, okay, if you really want to make this something, and you really want to dive into this record and pursue music, you can only do that. And so 2 years ago, I quit working a 9-to-5 job, and I've been grinding the last 2 years, and now things are really paying off.
Yeah. For fans who haven't yet heard your music, how would you describe it to them?
It's obviously in the country genre, but I feel like this record has a lot of blends of rock and pop and Americana, maybe some folk in there. I feel like we really hit all the different genres that we wanted to, and just went in to make a record, and it's got a little something for everybody.
Yeah. So let's talk about your new album, Reckless. Congratulations. What did this album mean to you?
Yeah, this is my debut record. I worked with Sadler Baden and Paul Ebersole. I met Sadler Baden randomly at a music festival, and a couple days later, we started chatting. I came out there to Nashville and worked with him and Paul Ebersole in a studio in Berry Hill. And that's been a 2-year process of just collecting these songs and really working on things. And, my first introduction into co-writing and working with a producer and a real studio band. So it's, I came out of this with a really solid record, but a lot of new friends and a lot of, good people in my corner.
Well, it sounds like a lot of firsts too. I'm curious for you, what's the most surprising part about creating this record, and having all these new additions to it?
I guess, it's funny. I went into this, no booking agent, no manager, no publicist, nothing. And I've come out of that with all those things and all these connections, a record deal, and just all these people that, I did not have. I have an amazing team. And so I think that that's like my biggest takeaway from this is all the people that I've met that I trust.
What's your favorite on the album?
Probably Last Cigarette. That one's so different from everything else. And that one's really fun to sing live. I've had a few live shows since the record came out. And so that one's really fun.
I was going to ask you about the live shows. What's the best part about performing for you?
Now being back, I just got back from Key West, and we played 2 shows down there at Mile Zero Fest. And, having a band, and it's, we had a year off. And so coming back out there and being able to play these records and already having all these people singing along and knowing every word to something that you work really hard on. I mean, that's just, you can't, there's not a lot of words for that. It's just a really good feeling.
Yeah. I mean, and as the summer's opening up, I'm feeling hopeful. I'm vaccinated. I'm excited to go out there, go to shows. What can we expect from you in this next year, 2021?
A lot of touring. I'm already pretty booked up through November and December with, everything being canceled and kind of like rescheduled. I'm super happy to jump on some tours. And then 2022 is looking like a lot of headlining. So I'm excited for this.
After taking a hiatus off, we all did, how do you prepare to go back on tour and for live shows?
It's I'm kind of like slowly getting back into the routine of like staying up super late and running on not a lot of sleep. Getting back on the airplanes and flying places is going to take a minute to kind of adjust to, but I'm just so excited that, I'm grateful having all that time to sit and miss playing music. It's really good to finally be back.
Yeah. Also, before I let you go, I have to ask about your tattoos. They're so fun, especially I love the smileys and the frownies.
Oh, yeah. I'm kind of covered. And I don't know if you could tell, but,
How many tattoos do you think you have?
I tried to count, and it's over like 135 is kind of what I hit. And then I kind of was just like, all right, my mother is very proud of that.
Did you get a tattoo for this album for Reckless?
I have not yet. And I've thought about that. I feel like if there's anything to celebrate, it's probably that. So yeah, that's a good idea. Thank you. Thank you for reminding me.
Oh, of course. That's what we're here for here at iHeartRadio. What is your favorite tattoo?
Probably the Morton salt girl that I've got right here on my forearm. My grandma used to just put the can of Morton salt on the table. I remember just sitting there eating my dinner, just, that was before, cell phones. So I would just sit there and play with the salt at the table and read it. So it's good memories when I look at it.
I love that. Morgan Wade, thank you so much for being here. Congrats on all the new music. And we cannot wait to see you out on tour, hopefully very soon.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
Thanks so much for watching our interview with Morgan Wade. Make sure you stream her new album, Reckless, out now on iHeartCountry, and we'll see you next time.